Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Invictus Racing League, but Tier 3 brought to you in partnership with Venturi Studios. Sorry, I had a little bit of a delay getting to the mic, but we are all ready to go now. Tonight, we will be racing around Mexico. These graphics should be back working again for this week, so that is a brilliant news. We'll go on board then first with Fens Faz, also known as, who is about to start his flying lap. Turn 1, a heavy braking zone. Difficult corner in the race, but easier in qualifying. Cut through the chicane at the apex in turn 2, and you can take straight through the apex in turn 3. If Faz chooses not to, obviously the safer route, that's fine. Another 90-degree turn then to the left-hand side. Lionel Greasy going fastest for now on a 119.2. Missing that late apex and then clipping the apex of the following corner. This one is a interesting run to a tiny little straight, a double right-hander of 17.5 from Racing Master. And then the most difficult sector of the tracks, the end of sector 2, the S's, the bit of a curve, easy to drop the car through here. Faz navigating that one very, very nicely, making sure not to overrun and extend the track limits anywhere, and he doesn't do so. Picking up the fastest second sector. Bit of a heavy braking zone into the following corner, turn 13, and then down it around the stadium section through turn 14 and 15, nice and tidy. One right-hander then for turn 16, and open that steering wheel up to the finish line, and that will be a 1:17.4, which is currently the fastest lap then from Sens. Jovi then with potentially the fastest second sector so far of the race. Around that right-hander then, car darting out the way for Jovi to set his time over the line for a 1:17.678. Third place, that puts the LP. Sorry, I was a tad bit later to the mic than I wanted to be. I wanted to be ready to go through the standings before the race before qualifying started, but I didn't get there quite in time. You wouldn't believe me if I told you the reason why I was late to catch the stream. I knocked the lock off the vivarium that my snakes kept in. Funnily enough, that was the reason I was a little bit late. Well done by JPH in 13th place for now. See that car in the background flying through those S's with those high wings to get through the corners, but you can't go too high because you've got to get down these big long straights, and he does go the quickest in the second sector for now. Does he go the quickest over the lap though? Let's see. A couple more corners left to navigate. 15 and 16 left to go round that final corner, and cutting nice and tight to get the quickest route to the line. That will be then a 1:17.567, put him third place for now. King has broken his front wing on his outlap somehow. One ball with 0%, who was currently on outlap. Nice, just good at him, he's done a flying lap. Very oddly shaped circuit, this one. Straight. Ooh, lots of race a little bit there. Oh, didn't mean to go off him. Well, Racing Master there goes quickest. 1:16.9 from Racing Master. Now then into turn 4, notified on the bottom right of your screen. Turn 5 then. And it's time for that double apex of turn 6. This is just one corner, doesn't count as two. Picks that one quite nicely. Oh, he's invalidated. Be unfortunate for Paris. Cap then on a flying lap down to turn 1. Heavy braking zone. Expecting rain in the middle of the race for the main race. That'll be interesting to see. See if our weather report's going to work today. What do you reckon? It is going to work today. We've got a dry but overcast qualifying, so That's always good to see. No rain in qualifying. Through those S's. Such a lovely shot of seeing how that car can just easily flick through the corners nice and gracefully. And then to turn 12, this third DRS zone of the track. 13, and then just that stadium section left to navigate through. 14, 15 and 16, and then turn 17, if you can even call it a turn. It's almost like it's 16 again, but it is classed as turn 17. He goes for a wide run out, and that will give him a slightly slower time of 1:18.6. The quicker line is of course to cut through that final corner, which he does opt not to do. Zarok's then through that stadium section as well. Got a car in front of him who's hopefully not going to block him at all. Don't think he will do. Tight line through the final corner then, Zarok's. That's a 1:20 flat. Not the slowest on the track. Bruce, teammate currently 4th place. How can he do? To then turn 12. Oh, he's running a little bit deep there. That'll cost him a 10.42. Not too bad though, through the stadium. Oh, I spoke too soon. Through the stadium sector. He will finish that time. And that will be a 1:18.3. He knows he made a couple of mistakes here, and he knows he's got some time to find. So easily flying through those S's, it's crazy to see. Got a Red Bull right on his tail though. Of course, it is up to the following driver to create a big enough gap for himself, but I don't think he's going to get blocked at all. A 1:18.8 then for King, as Nitrogash goes up to P6. The 1:18.0. So we're coming to the pits. We got Mars coming up to the line. He is not on a time. Who is on the time though, I think, is Faz, who is coming up to the line. What's out of VRS there? Oh, that looks a bit wide. It is. That's an invalidation for Faz. Bruce next over the line. Let's go to Joby then, who is not improving his time so far. But whether he lost the most time over this third sector, I do not know. Isn't going to be a bad time. It's going to go quicker, but it's not going to be quick enough. A 1:17.4 then moves him up a position to P4, but not to the front of the field. JPH not improving that time at all. As you can hear then, 4.3 kilometers to track, just under 2.7 miles. Normal race is 71 laps, so we will of course be seeing half of that, so it is quite a long race. Of course, the track named after the racing brothers Ricardo and Pedro Rodriguez. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez are the official name of the track. Go then to Water in the AlphaTauri, currently the fastest driver, currently the only driver out on a lap. A little bit of a snap from the corner, out the corner there. Sat off the racing line quite nicely on the left hand side. letting water through on this flying lap. Let's get a nice shot of this car through the S's. Flying through there. No corner, no problem. Oh, a little bit of a snap there on the exit, but he's got away with it quite nicely. No extending those track limits, and he is up on his time by 4/10. That is going to put him very, very close to the front of the field. So if he can keep this one nice and tidy through the stadium sector, he will be on for a shot of that potential pole position. Let's see, 16.9 to beat, and he will set a 16.7 and go faster so far. Walter in first place for now. Couple of things to note. Obviously, this track is high above sea level. Not too sure if that makes a difference to the in the game. Obviously, in real life, it makes quite a bit of difference for engine performance overheating, and a bit of issue with that aero as well, thinner air. Not too sure if that's factored into the game or not. I really don't know, but it's an interesting thing to note about the Mexican Grand Prix. And something that makes it stand out from the rest is Racing Master is looking to retake that provisional pole. Needs to find a couple of attempts. Is not up on his time. Does have just about enough time to go into the pits, strap on a new set of softs and come back out, but I'm not sure if he's going to do that or not. We'll have to wait and see. He does have enough time. He's going to opt to stay out. He's definitely not going quicker. 17.4. Jack then about to start his lap, and that's been not been an inspiring time from Jack, who we know has pace from previous weeks. But on McLaren coming over the line, Bruce tucked himself nicely in behind his teammate of JPH at 1:17.8. So saying he forgot to put his racing line on before he started his race, his quali. Never ideal that. That was then trying to beat a 1:20. Over the line, and he does go 5 times quicker. Jumps a couple of positions. Or jumps the one position, sorry. Have a look at some of these front runners. Jack up on his time quite massively. Where's he going to go? 1:17.0. Third place for Jack for now. Really, really quick time. Faz is up on his time. Is he going to jump ahead of Jack? He is going to go fastest. 1:16.690 over the line. Really quick time from Faz. Provisional pole, potentially pole position then. Spud coming up to the line, and he will go 16th fastest at 1:20.1. King has crashed on track. Cat then finishes P8. As it stands, you got a McLaren over the line. Now that is Bruce, not in flying lap. Got a start one there by the looks of it. Mikey starting his lap. Pass over the line. Maris. He's also finished his lap. 13th place is the fastest he can do. Giovi started his lap. Sorry for all the flicking through. Dino Pops close to the line. No, he's about to start as well. Nitrogash about to start his lap. Then coming into the pits. Backside also about to start his lap. So we got a few drivers starting their final laps then. Water CZ Fut in his final lap. JPH starting his final lap. Spud comes into the pits. Pass over the line. Mikey then P11 for now. We got an Alpine of Jovi over the line, goes quicker, 5th place, 1:17.1. We got Maris up to the line, he is invalidated, he will not set another time. We got Dynapops who's invalidated his lap as well. Nitrogash next, over the line. Nope, he's coming into pit. Black side, fastest second sector for now. .1:16.690 to beat. Ooh, a bit of a snap on the final corner, that'll cost him a couple of attempts. 17.4 goes 6th fastest. Walter cannot improve on his time. JPH then does go a little bit quicker. 4th place then with a 1:17.032, gaining 5 tenths. And that will be then everybody. So what you saw then is what you will get. GPH 4th. Let's run us through the finishing order then. For qualifying, we have Faz Sens in 1st place with a 1:16.690. Walter in 2nd in the AlphaTauri. The Haas in 3rd place, Racing Master. Behind him, the leader of the McLarens, JPH in P4. Jack in P5 in the Aston Martin with a important note. He is ahead of Bruce in the McLaren. Jovi then in the Alpine, Blackside in the Mercedes. And our first double constructor then, the McLarens, 8th for Bruce, 9th it's the Cat, 10th in Nitro is Nitrogash in the Red Bull, Mikey in 11th place in the Aston Martin, 12th the second Mercedes of King, 13th we have Maris, 14th we have Lionel Griesby, 15th we have Xerox, his teammate Sir Spud in 16th, and last but not least at the back of the field, Dynapops in the AlphaTauri. Renz, good to see you, buddy. We are potentially expecting some rain in the middle of the race. I don't know if my overlay will work mid-race or not. It will not. We'll have to wait until the race starts. But I do have a special guest in the comms box eventually. Make sure I get him in here.
Hello.
Hello, Joe. Good to see you joining us.
Yeah, apologies for that, everybody. Just got a little bit delayed.
Well, good Racing Master saying he thought he had pole for a minute, but missed out 2 Sens who went the quickest. We finished qualifying onto the race next. Quickly then, I will take us through the standings. We have at the top of the field Bruce Lee Harlan, 130 points ahead of Jack, who's on 106. He just needs to score a handful of points and he will take that Drivers' Championship. Daryl in 3rd place on 79 points, closely behind him Blackside on 76. Daryl, of course, is not racing tonight. Nitrogash on 72, joint with JPH, both of them on 72 points. And 7th place, Mikey, the Aston teammate. 8th, we have Sens, who got unfortunately disqualified last night. Disqualified from last week's race, should I say, for that reversing on track. Racing Master 9th on 40. And then Ronan, the reserve, who obviously was moved up to Tier 2, on 36 points. Leaders of the championships, McLaren on 202, quite a hefty lead ahead of the Aston Martins on 159. Red Bull then in 3rd place on 151. Missing out on some points last night, unfortunately. I keep saying last week. Ivan asking me how I feel about Liverpool playing at the same time. As long as they're winning, mate, I don't mind. I'm not too sure what the score is. I did see it was 1-0. It's 2-1 now. It's good enough for me. It's better than being behind. Ren saying he should be racing. Couldn't resolve frame rate issues to play this game normally. That's a bit unfortunate, buddy. Hopefully, no issues with the next game. We'll have to wait and see. Joel, obviously, United played yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was probably quite an expected result.
But you're at home.
Yeah, but it's United, isn't it? So
Fair enough. Obviously, can pass up the opportunity to mention
yeah, of course. But I know we've got. Looks like we should have a good race today. Anyway, certainly better than this match going on at the minute. I would recommend everybody to stay tuned in here if you can. I, to be honest, I don't have a clue who's on pole or anything. So
On pole, we have Sens or Faz behind him, Racing Master, who he was beaten by literally
okay,
half a second, half a tenth. Sorry, not half a second, half a
yeah.
tenth. So it will be interesting to see the paces on
Mm.
track. Just waiting then for the drivers to pick their preferred strategy. Some drivers saving some softs, possibly for the race. I'm not too sure what tire wear is like around here. I don't know if you have any idea, Joe.
Um, yeah. I mean, I suppose the rears can take a bit of a beating through that sector two, especially. Um, yeah, I think softs can. I think soft medium or medium soft. It definitely is doable. Um, but yeah, you'll have to kind of look after those tires. I'm not sure what the drivers are using in terms of setup, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see. Xerox has left the session, has he?
Yes, indeed, disconnected. Yeah. I don't need to practice. Practice is overrated anyway. I will not be racing tomorrow, I'm afraid, Ivan. I am working sadly until 9 p.m. I will miss tomorrow's race. Just while I'm not fighting for any championships. Shouldn't be long then before we get away. Gonna do some Perez. Please avoid so. Actually, I don't care what you do in my race. I won't be there. Do what you like.
Last week was quite the interesting race, wasn't it? Especially the last lap or a couple of laps, wasn't it?
Yeah. Someone some accidents in for sure. Not naming any names.
No, we will. Yeah, keep Sturm on that front, I think.
Shouldn't be long then before these drivers get underway. Feels like a very long 2 minutes.
Hmm, very long indeed. I'm trying to get Xerox back into the session if he hasn't joined already.
Just send him an invite. That might be what we're waiting for before we go ahead.
Hmm.
Any second. Oh, he's back. There we go. We were just having a chat about that, Rens. Quite possible that the softs can run okay around here, so Optimal strategy would be medium to softs, but of course the chances of a safety car come in sort of that 8 to 14 lap period. Kind of makes medium to softs to mediums quite a risky strategy. Often in league racing, soft to medium is a bit more sustainable. If you have that early safety car, you can run those hards to the end, or onto the optimum tyres, the mediums. But if you start on those mediums, you're forced onto the hards if it's a fairly late safety car, but not late enough for the soft tyres. So medium softs is probably the ideal strategy, but soft mediums or possibly even medium hards will be what we'll see people run tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think you've had a bit of success lately as well with the soft to medium strategy. So yeah, maybe we'll see a few more drivers doing that today. Yeah, we'll have to
Time will
wait and
tell.
see. Yeah.
We will be then getting underway. You can hear the beeping of the cars ready to go as we line up on the starting line for Mexico. 36 laps, 3 red lights, 4 red lights. Our 5th red light will be going out very, very shortly. It is out, and we have a jump start at the back of the field, but we are away. One Red Bull getting away quite nicely. Walter pulling alongside him, though. Even better start for himself. Long run down to turn 1. One of the longest dashes to turn 1, I think, in the calendar. And it will be Walter going into turn 1 ahead of Faz. But Faz will go around the outside, getting the inside line on those hard tyres, and he will slot back into first place. I can't see any contact at the back of the field as we're going 3 or 4 wide through corner 2. So
Yeah.
A couple of positions lost for JPH. Down the inside then from Water into the corner. A little bit of contact with Faz's car. Hopefully no broken wings there as he switches back to the inside. We've got a yellow flag at the back of the field. I'm not too sure who that's for. I think it might just be the concertina of the car slowing down.
Yeah, we had a couple of cars off there. Sorry, Joe. Mike there struggling. He was on the grass at one point. He's lost a few positions. JPH as well, losing a few on the hard tires. All seems to be okay though. No massive incidents.
Water then desperate for a move for first place on those faster tyres. He's only got 50% battery left. We will take a quick look at the tyres in just a moment. As the Alpine almost got into the back of the car ahead. That was Giovi into Blackside. But it's another long sprint down to turn 1. And Water CZ is all over the rear of Faz's car. Both cars using a lot of ERS to defend. Water then again will go to the inside. JPH making a position up on King. Can Water hold on to this position this time? He goes alongside Faz into turn 1. Eats a lot of the apex. Goes a little bit wide there, and that will be first place for Red Bull. And in fact, the Haas of Racing Master will sneak through into second place.
Great move there from Racing Master down the outside. Now he's going to go down the outside. Not quite beaten. Sends there on the brakes. Stays behind for now, but yeah, opportunistic move there from the Haas into second place. We got a couple of side-by-side further back. It looks okay. Everyone's still facing the right way for now, at least. I think we had a couple of unfortunate drivers there at the back missing out. But back to the lead there, we got Blackside again now. Quite close to Racing Master, but not close enough for the minute. So that means Water has dropped down to P4 as well, Joe.
Yeah, Water got passed by Blackside as well as he got a poor line through his turn 4 and 5. Sorry, 2 and 3. Got overtaken into turn 4 and then 5. So did lose out in a couple more positions. Going to take a quick look at what tyres everyone's on. We got Faz at the front on the hards. 3 medium runners behind him. Racing Master, Blackside and Water all on those mediums. We got a couple more hard runners behind him. Then a soft runner for It's the Cat, who is looking to climb through the field, but a bit of a train starting to develop already here. And that's going to halt his progress a little bit and stop him getting ahead.
It is, yeah, he's got loads of cars there in front of him. Racing Master is going to make the move. Not quite, he backs out of it for now. Nobody really going for moves. It's the Cat a little bit wide there, but not able to. Still behind Jack there as well. We have a lot of drivers actually on the hard tires, which is maybe a little bit surprising. But I suppose that's interesting. A lot of variation with the tire selections here. They're looking quite cloudy as well. I'm not sure what the forecast is, but
Funny you should say that. We are expecting some rain in sort of 30 minutes into the race. So that will be around lap 18 or 19. So maybe some of those drivers choosing to go on the hards until it rains.
yeah, that must be it. Yeah, smart move there from a lot of them. Don't need to box if it rains. Until it rains, rather. Black side now, though, he's on the back of Racing Master. He looks like he's going to make this move. He should do. He's got DRS. Doesn't even need to use DRS, although the Haas is actually staying with him here. Could be 3 wide. Not quite. Black side down the inside here. Is he going to make the move stick? Racing Master going to try and keep the nose in. Not quite, though. He's going to get a bad run out of this corner as well. So Water now, he's going to come up to the back of him. See if he can make the move. DRS is flashing though. Oh, Racing Master down the inside. Not quite making contact. Luckily, he's been pushed off there as well. Water is going to file back in behind the Haas driver, so it stays as we were.
Yeah, very close there for Racing Master, losing a position and almost went a little bit off track to hold on to that position. I'm not too sure. And maybe that one will end up in the stewards. I don't know yet. We've got our first penalty then for Xerox at the back of the field. Picked up 3 seconds going through turn 6. A bit of an unusual place to pick up a time penalty, but that's where he's done so. Dino Pops and Lionel Greasy must have got caught up in something because they both pitted for new front wings. But Faz then, whilst these all battle on those harder tyres, is managing to pull a little bit of gap here. 1.8 ahead of the lead, ahead of the rest of the pack for the leader.
Yeah, he's sorry. My screen it still says sends, but yeah, Faz pulling away there 2 seconds, as you said. He's going to be enjoying this battle, hopping behind him. See if Racing Master is going to make the move. I think he might do. He's going to go down the inside here of the Mercedes to try and take back second place. Gets it done, but will the Mercedes get a better exit out of turn 3? I think turn 3. I think he will.
He will get a back exit, but he won't be able to make a move. Then on the car ahead, Black side won't. Oh, he's almost tapped the rear of Racing Master there a couple of times. But he does keep the car in one piece, no damage front wing. Up into 5th, 6th gear then. Into the tight S's of Sector 2. Faz pulling a little bit further away. 2.2 now is the gap as these two squabble for position. 5 tenths behind one another.
Oh, it's the cat is in. I just went on board with him as he was coming through the final part of the S section, and he's just completely binned it straight into the wall, and that will be a safety car.
Yeah, the middle of the road. Luckily, he didn't collect anybody there, and it will be our first safety car then, lap 5. I don't expect to really see anybody into the pits here.
You'd imagine probably too early to box, and of course we do have that rain, as we said, so yeah, everyone going to stick to their guns for now at least. Maras is coming into the pits.
Maybe the back of the field is not a bad decision to go into the pits. You've not really got much to lose. These two at the back might opt to go into the pits as well.
They might do. They could go for softs here. Could make it to the rain, but it looks like Sir Spud is going to go for the mediums and Maris on the hards. So nobody going for the softs there.
I know we'll stay out. Lying on the hard tyres does not pit. And those drivers then coming back out of the pits. Cat has this. Oh, he's not disconnected. He has left the session because of course that crash.
Yeah, huge accident there. The end of Sector 2. Just probably got on the power a little bit too early. And yeah, just maybe the effect of the car ahead just kind of causing him to career into the wall. But yeah, it's unfortunate for him now. Unfortunate for Faz as well, who built that lead, and he's seen that lead just completely demolished now. He's got the Haas right behind him off this safety car restart. We should get going at the end of the next lap.
Yeah, of course. That lead will go to nothing. Tyres then, medium runners pretty much on the same amount of wear as those hard runners. 13% on the rears for the medium runners, for the hard runner. 16 for the Racing Master behind, 14 for Blackside. 17 though for Water, pushing those tyres a little bit more to try and hold on to the positions. But the hard's not wearing much slower than the mediums for now as King does opt to pit for a brand new set of medium tyres.
Yeah, I was actually watching King there. He had a bit of a dodgy entry there. He clipped the bollard coming in. I'm not sure if he had a bit of a slide as well. It does look very, very dark, doesn't it? The rain could come sooner than we thought, maybe.
Well, 30 minutes into the session was the forecast. Of course.
I think I've seen a bit of rain there. Maybe not.
It does look like it is raining, actually. Yeah, it does look like there's some rain. Interesting then. And of course, the drivers will, the race will start here. Interesting to see if anyone's going to dive into the pits, but the race will get underway then after the safety cars got through these S's. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting indeed. It's going to be a bit dodgy. With I'd say the tires are quite cold now at this stage, running a couple of laps behind the safety car. So yeah, it'll definitely be. I'd imagine a hectic restart.
You have to be gentle on the throttle here. I don't think the track's quite got wet yet, so there is at least that. But oh, I've paused the game by accident. My apologies, guys. And it's going to get interesting to what he's going to opt to do on this restart then.
Yeah, you'd
imagine.
imagine.
Into the pits, or will he start his lap? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, looks like he's going to start his lap though. We'll see if anyone decides to come in. I don't think they are, Joe, so we're going to get going here. We are away. The Red Bull using a lot of ERS off the start there. He needs to pull away from Racing Master, but Racing Master looks like he's got the straight line speed here as well. Oh, although not quite actually.
No, Faz looking quicker in the straight line. A couple of positions changing around towards the back of the field. We got too wide then into turn 3. Oh, a little bit of wheel banging going on, and Racing Master staying ahead. We're going to go 3 wide then into the following corner. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, just Water actually making a double overtake there as well. So he's into second now. He's gone a bit wide.
Trevor's
Jack
all
and
off the
Jovi
track
going
everywhere.
side by side as well. Jack on the outside of Jovi. I think this is. Yeah, he's got it done. I think just about. Yeah. Water picking up a penalty. That is. I think we'll have to. I think that could cost him by the end of the race. I think.
Yeah, not ideal picking up penalties when you're one of the front runners. It can cost you race wins. 3 seconds for now. Might not be the end of the world, but it could end up costing him quite a little bit. Other drivers then going to stay out for another lap. It's looking like it's raining fairly heavily here. Drivers might think about coming to the pits. Nope, no one in yet. Everyone agreeing it's dry enough to stay out on those hard tyres. No one into the pits at all. All the way down through the field.
Yeah, interesting. No one even at the back there not wanted to take the risk yet. As we've got Jack down the inside of.
Oh, big slap. Well, I think that's lag. Oh, contact!
Jack.
Send it into the Aston.
Yeah, Blackside sending it into the side pod of Jack TM there. I think that was a little bit of a silly move. I'm not sure, maybe just a racing incident there between them, but that's allowed the Alpine of Jovi to jump up into 4th as well.
Yeah, possibly a loss of control due to the wettening track. I'm not too sure how wet it is out there. The drivers seem to be coping all right. We are expecting light rain for the next almost hour, so it's currently saying in the corner it's only cloudy and no rain, but I'm pretty sure I can see plenty of rain falling on the track.
Yeah, looks like it is. And Mikey there now trying to make the move on Bruce around the outside. Is he going to go for it? No, he's going to be respectful. He knows that Bruce is a championship leader. He doesn't want to do anything silly here. He's gonna hang back for now at least. Does anyone pit?
DRS is enabled, so it's not wet enough then for the wet tyres.
No, the rain doesn't seem to be affecting the track at all. It's not really slippery enough just yet, as Nitric Ash here is going down, looking to send it on Mikey and maybe in the McLaren ahead, but no, he's not gonna beat them on the brakes, so he's gonna stay behind for now at least. So he's gonna get a better exit. Sorry.
Mikey really opted not to overtake Bruce there. Very respectful to the championship leader. Although it is his teammate he's battling, so an interesting decision as Nitro does get ahead of Mikey then. And this track must be starting to get wet now. I'm pretty sure I can see some wet lines starting to appear on track. We got a spin at the back of the field.
Yeah.
For a Mercedes, that would be king. All sorts of issues towards the rear of the field. I think it's going to be time for the drivers to think about pitting. DRS is still enabled, so I guess it's not quite wet enough for that. But Faz then, 2.5 seconds down on his fastest lap. That'll be due to some of the weather. Let's see whether Faz will decide to pit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was terrible.
Yeah, that was
He stays
interesting.
Out.
Yeah.
No one's going to blink first. No one's going to take the risk and bite the bullet. Oh, in goes the Haas, straight over the pit line.
Yeah.
Only one to pit then. Maris in the Haas.
Oh, we've got, Racing Master and Jovi side by side here. It looks like, Jovi spun straight into Racing Master. He's taking him out.
It was straight across the grass.
No, it wasn't intentional, but he sent him straight across the grass there. And he's the Haas is going to give the position back to the Alpine, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see that into the stewards at the end of this race. That's opened up the opportunity for Jack as well. He's in third now.
Keza joining us in the chat then. You've joined us at the right time, Keza. The action's about to start as it starts getting wetter and wetter on track. Yeah, Haas might be in trouble indeed. Who might be in trouble is everyone who's not on the intermediates yet. Maris has came in, only one so far. We did see a little bit of a cut into the pits, but let's see then. Faz come around the corner. Is he going to opt to pit as well? He's going to stay out for another lap. DRS, of course, has not been enabled yet, which is usually a telltale sign that it's ready for wet tyres. Drivers then opting to stay out. It's only light rain. Red Bull thinks about coming in, but chooses not to.
Yeah, as you're saying that there, Bruce is looking to make the move on Racing Master here. Down the straight using all of the ERS he can. It looks like he's going to get this done as Jack and Blackside as well. Blackside making the move there on Jack into third place.
Jack's currently fourth. I don't know if I'm seeing something different to you here.
No, sorry, Blackside. Oh, did I say something? What did I say? I don't know.
I think it's a Jack. Just checking sure there was no desync or anything.
Okay.
Still then, ERS is enabled. It's not quite wet enough for those inters. Although, saying that, Maris has caught 3 seconds now in the last lap. 2 dyno pops on those intermediate tyres. So I think we're right on the crossover at the moment. We've got a yellow flag. That's Faz around in the lead of the race. No damage.
Ooh.
But he has gone around and lost some time. A bit slow on the racing line. This is a bit dangerous.
Oh. Yeah, a little bit dangerous.
God.
Oh, right on the apex of the corner there. He was spun it round. He's down into fifth now. It's not the end of the world. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, luckily no one careering into him. The cars are sliding now. Surely it's going to be time for these intermediate tyres. Maris catching quite a bit of time. He doesn't go in. I wonder if Faz is going to go in after the spin. He's not. He's going to opt to stay out. They're all staying out. Oh, Aston slides around the corner. Staying out though.
Yeah, they're all staying out.
They're all squirming. In goes the Ferrari of Xerox. I think it's the right choice now. Maris has caught massively on the cars ahead.
Now, he has caught a lot on Dynopubs, but Dynopubs has actually lost a lot of time to the cars ahead of him as well, so I'm not sure how accurate that is, but we will see now as Maris gets ahead of both of them. We'll see how his pace is compared to everyone else.
Jacob in
There's
his
a move
second
there,
place.
Nitrogash.
Sends to 4th. Nitro looking for a move as well.
A lot of side-by-side action here, especially in Sector 1. Everyone keeping it relatively clean, though.
Yeah, pretty clean. Of course, easier to lose the car in these conditions. Still possibly on that crossover. JPH making a move on Racing Master. Didn't see where that was made.
I didn't quite catch that, but Nitrogash now is on the back of a Racing Master's going to go down the inside of JPH. Not getting close enough there. Now Nitrogash is going to try and take the opportunity and go down the inside here into the stadium section. He gets that move done nice and cleanly.
Still no pits. Oh, I speak too soon. In goes the Hatter Racing Master. In goes a couple more drivers. Spud a big cut into the pits there. And some drivers opt and put on the inters. I still think DRS is enabled now. But the track definitely looks wet now.
It definitely looks wet, but I think...
Contact!
Oh,
Oh, round goes another car, Jovi as well. Gosh, lots of
it's too
cars
wide.
in the wall. And that is a retirement on track for
No,
Giovi, who we were
no.
on board with. No front wing for Mikey. Oh dear.
That is not ideal. I tried to... It's hard to keep up with that, but yeah, a lot going on there. The safety car is out. I think Maris is going to be kicking himself here. The safety car has come out at the complete wrong time for him. He would have had a decent undercut on the guys ahead, but now it's all going to even out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Mikey and Blackside both with damage to the front of their front wings of their cars. Both will be in, if not to inters, to change their wing nonetheless. I think everyone's going to come in now for all those wetter tyres as the track gets wetter and wetter whilst there's no running. Let's see, we coming into the pits then, Water. He is going to come in those pits. Some cars choosing not to. Mercedes does come in. Faz is going to opt to pit, yep. In comes Bruce. In comes Nitrogash. In comes JPH. Mikey. In he comes. Lionel Grisby choosing to stay out on the hards. Interesting decisions.
Jack staying out on hard tyres is...
Xerox pitted, but pitted for another set of hards, not for the intermediate tyres.
He must admit, yeah, he must have forgot to change. I'd assume he's going to come in here now. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Mikey's put on the medium tyres as well, so that's a mistake there. I don't think... He definitely didn't mean to put on the mediums, I don't think.
You would assume not. Jack, though, opting to stay out on the hard tyres. Interesting decision.
I'm really curious. I hope he's on the podium now, just to ask him why he's done that. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Either my eyes are deceiving me, or that track is wet.
Yeah, just a little bit wet.
Well, this could be a race-winning or a race-losing decision from Jack then to opt to stay on those hard tyres. Interesting to see how it's going to unfold and which it might fall down.
He's going to dive into the pits now. He's going to lose quite a few positions though compared to where he was. So he's come out in 7th, just behind King. So
Yeah, interestingly,
yeah,
Jag opted to pit on the second lap, not straight away. Too sure why that was, but nonetheless, he will have the fresher inters.
he will indeed. He's lost. Yeah, he was in second, I think, wasn't he? So yeah, he's lost a good few positions. It'll be interesting now to see if the drivers will go to the end on these tires and maybe stop again. I'm not sure how bad the tire wear is on the inters, but I'd say it's not great now. So we could see some drivers in the pits again at some stage.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. 30 minutes until we're expected the rain to stop, so that'll be near the end of the race. Unless, of course, we get some more safety cars. Very, very possible in these conditions.
Yeah, certainly wouldn't bet against it anyway. Still 20 laps to go.
Exactly, and whilst we're waiting for the race to restart, Joel, I have a bit of interesting news for you. You weren't the only one late in the comms box today. I was 5 minutes late. Some of the people who were just tuning in wouldn't have heard the reason I was 5 minutes late to qualify, and a few drivers are out already setting their laps. Bit of an interesting one. I managed to walk into the lot on the vivarium that my snakes kept in, and knock it off, and I couldn't get it back on, so I couldn't leave it unlocked, of course, for the duration of the race, because I didn't really want my snake escaping.
That wouldn't be ideal, no.
Thought that might amuse you and some of the viewers watching.
That's quite that's a unique excuse, I would say, to being late. Never heard that one before, no.
Most people would choose to blame the dog, not me.
I know the dog is the old classic, but interesting.
Okay, that's a bit rude, cousin. He said typical Joe being an idiot as always. First he just said typical Joe, that I was okay with that. Right, restart time then. If we cast our minds back to maybe 3 or 4 seasons ago, Ben Roberts dropped the car out of the final corner on a safety car restart in dry weather. So there's always a possibility that could happen. I fingers crossed, hope not. Maybe other than for Jack's sake. But it's definitely possible around here.
I'm impressed. That's good memory. I'm impressed with that now.
I remember it quite well because I said to tease him for a little while about that one.
No, I do vaguely actually remember that, but yeah. No, hopefully for water won't be the case. Yeah.
Several cars ran to the back of one another, in fact. But let's get to the race leader then, Water. On that restart, he's going to wait as late as he can, and away he goes. It's an okay restart, but it's just such a long straight all the way down to turn 1. But he will stay ahead of Blackside. Will Blackside send it into turn 1? Oh, a bit of a lag there. It's going to make the move 3 wide into turn 1. Round the outside goes Sens, gaining a couple of positions then. Really good restart for himself.
Yeah, a really good restart from him, and I'll tell you who else has had a good restart. It's Jack. He's up into 4th already. He's made a couple of moves there, ahead of King Nitrogash, Racing Master now. We'll keep an eye on those ahead. I think Bruce is in a bit of trouble here. He's got the Williams side by side, but he manages to stay ahead.
Williams then running right, that'll allow JPH through. He's struggling to get on the throttle, but he will filter then into 9th place behind his teammate Bruce in P8. Then picking up a second penalty, 6 seconds to his name now. I'm only halfway through the race.
Only halfway through. That's going to cost him massively. That is, that is huge, really, especially with the safety cars that we've been having. backing everyone up into each other. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
3
not
you might be able
ideal.
to get away with, but 6,
No,
not ideal.
no, definitely not. It is quite easy to go over track limits in Mexico, but he's the only driver, himself and Xerox, the only drivers who've actually done that so far.
Oh, retirement!
We got a crash.
In the outside wall, Dynapops. Overtake being made under the safety car, that's not allowed. Too sure who overtook who there. They're racing one another. Too sure what's going on here, guys. There is a safety car out.
Looks like they've sorted themselves out, I think. Yeah.
Jack then up to P4. Sends up to P1 from that restart. Really good move from those two drivers. But every restart makes this rain closer to disappearing. I'm not too sure. I can't think of really the right words to say it. The sun closer to appearing is probably the better way to say it. The rain closer to stopping. I don't know.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know either, but yeah. we get what you mean.
Yeah, still saying 30 minutes till it's overcast, so track temps are high. Air temperature's not too bad as well, so the rain, well, the water will probably clear quite quickly when this rain does stop falling, probably within a couple of laps, I'd imagine, maybe 3. And that will come sooner and sooner whilst we have safety car racing. I'd assume all drivers will opt to stay out here, maybe other than a couple of the rear runners, as there could be time to gain having the fresher tyres at the back of the field, but I'd imagine most will stay out.
Yeah, it looks like everyone will.
In comes the McLaren,
Stay
JPH,
out. Ooh, yeah.
in comes Mikey as well. JPH then into the pits. Was that for damage or was that for new intermediate tyres? It looks like just for new tyres, unless it's been a classic of no front wing change. New inters on for Mikey as well then. Those two will go to the back of the field. Yeah, I don't think that'll matter too much.
Yeah. I think, yeah, maybe JPH just going for those fresh inters, looking to have a bit of an offset compared to the guys they had. They should be able to catch up to the safety car, we hope, by the end of this lap, so we could have the safety car in. I'm not sure though.
Should catch. Of course, they'll have a tyre advantage then all the way to the end of the race, unless it does get dry enough to ditch those inters and back onto the soft tyres it will be by then. Renseni surprised with all these low to medium speed corners that half the field are still going. Well, in fact, over half the field are still going. Only 3 out of 17 have crashed so far. So 7 would have to, well, 8 really would have to crash till we were at half the field. So doing better than you expect, Rans. I don't think the safety car will come in this lap actually. I don't think they're quite going to catch it in time.
No, I think watching JPH here, it looks like he's being a little bit cheeky maybe, but he is catching up now. Taking their time.
I think it's time to catch it.
Yeah.
No worry at all. We will do another lap then under safety car. Interesting, because I think it would be in the interest of Mikey. Sorry, not JPH. I was watching the wrong person there. I mentioned the wrong person. It would be in the interest that you'd have thought of Mikey to catch up with that safety car sooner rather than later to get underway with warmer and fresher inters, but I guess not.
Yeah, guess not. I suppose. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's a bit. Yeah, kind of doesn't really matter either way for him, I suppose. But yeah, yeah, just taking his time there. We will get underway though at the end of this lap for sure. We'll have 15 laps left of the race. We actually haven't had that many racing laps. I suppose we've had a. This will be our third safety car restart.
Indeed, restart number 3. And a different leader to the last.
Yeah, different leader. He led the first one, I believe. So not his first time in this race to initiate the restart, but he'll be hoping to get a good getaway, of course. He's got Blackside behind him.
Yeah, had a good restart last time, but of course that was in the dry. This time it's in the wet, so it's going to be a little bit of a different story here. What's he going to do? Is he going to wait till the line to go like everyone else says, or is he going to go early? We are still waiting for the safety car to come into the pits. He is in the pits. And these three are quite marginally ahead of, well, quite far ahead of the others. I'm not too sure what's going on back there.
Yeah, Jack is dropping down the field. He's actually in the wall, Joe. I don't know what happened there.
Interesting. 2.5 seconds between third and fourth. Faz then will hold on to first place. Waters thinking about sending it down the inside. He locks up his front tyres but doesn't make a move. Interesting to see, probably maybe in the stewards, what happened further down the field. And as to why Racing Mass was so far behind those three drivers. But Waters right on the rear of Faz. Jack doesn't pit, so we're guessing he's not got damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was looking at him there. I think I'm not sure if Racing Master maybe made contact with Jack. Jack was ahead of Racing Master, and then he ended up in the wall, so that's why there was such a big gap, I think. Yeah, maybe a bit of contact, or I'm not really sure, but either way, it's unfortunate for Jack. He's at the back now.
Yeah, certainly no damage to the car, but yeah, he is at the back of the field.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hope for a miracle now at this stage to, I suppose, keep the championship alive at this point. I think Bruce should have it pretty much wrapped up. I think if he doesn't already.
Right, he will have this wrapped up. 19 points, the maximum you can score. I think Bruce just has to outscore him by 5, which is gonna happen as it stands. Fazden using all his ERS in defence early on, so he's going to struggle to defend a little bit more in the coming laps. Nutchgash pull into the inside of King. We got a yellow flag at the back of the field. Jack is out.
Yeah. Oh. What is going on back here? There's something going on. I'm not sure if the drivers were trying to sort out what position they were in. I think. Not sure if you caught what happened to Jack.
No, I didn't. I wasn't looking at Jack. Nutchgash getting a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's a nasty, nasty penalty there for Nitro-Gash. He's had a good race as well. He's been fighting up at the front. That'll drop him all the way back to the back of the field after the 4th safety car now we've had.
That will, of course, and then we got 15 minutes then until the rain stops. Could be
Way it's
going,
we
here.
could. Yeah, we certainly could see drying up by the end. You'll be happy to know as well that Liverpool have scored again.
Hey!
Yep.
3-1. Good stuff. We love good news here on stream.
Sure.
I blame Ren's here, saying there's no retirements, that cars are dropping and dropping here.
Yeah.
We all gonna opt to stay out, looks like that way. Ooh, in comes a couple of drivers. Red Bull, a bit of a late pit there for Nitro-Gash. Hope he doesn't think he can serve his drive-through. In comes Lion as well. Makes sense near the back of the field to be deciding to pit. That'll be everyone though.
Yeah, just those 3 or 4 drivers there into the pits. Get some nice fresh intermediate tyres back on again, but I'd imagine the guys there, even on 10 laps inters, they probably haven't gone through a lot a lot of stress.
No,
So,
Nitro Gash and Racing Master both with a wing change in pits, so obviously
oh,
contact at some point in the lap.
okay. Okay, interesting there, yeah.
Will be another couple of laps then under the safety car, as it doesn't come in the first lap you catch it.
Well, some more good news for you.
Go ahead.
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah. Is that 3-2?
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh. It's
A bit
offside.
Ah, what a shame.
Anyway, back to the racing. Still under safety car. Faz getting ready for his third restart from the front.
Yeah, we'll be restart number 3, and they'll be hoping for something similar to the last one, because it was a pretty good restart for himself.
Was indeed, and he's got Blackside again and water behind him, so he by now should be used to having to face these guys. Bruce, they're up into 5th as well, so he's kind of slowly making his way up towards the front. He has actually, I think, yeah, he should have this championship signed, sealed, and delivered now at this stage with Jack crashing out.
Yeah, and as well on that note, I think the constructors will be wrapped up as well as the way it stands.
Yes, indeed. McLaren have that huge advantage, as you alluded to, before the start of the race. Yeah, he's himself and JPH there just running away with it. So looks like they will have that in the bag as well. I think Racing Master left the session. I'm not sure if he's joined back. He left there a second ago. Hopefully we can get him back in.
I've sent an invite, but we'll get underway then. Lap 25, still raining for now.
Yeah, we'll have 11 laps left as Racing Master. He is back just in time. As in the Red Bull getting ready to go once again. We'll have 11 laps left as he crosses the line. See when he goes, he drops the hammer now. Maris is in the wall, he's facing the wrong way. At the back of the field now. But Mikey and JBH there. Mikey actually making the move. Oh, was Blackside and Faz side by side. Oh, virtual safety car's out. I'm not sure who's in the lead there, to be honest. I'm not sure. Looks like Blackside's taking it. So that is a change there for the lead of the race. Blackside managing to get ahead of Faz there. Racing Master leaving the session again. As we're back under virtual safety car this time. Drivers will be hoping not to get caught out by this. Of course, it is very easy to do with the Delta under safety car once we get going again. So, yeah, they'll have to be very tentative as we get going. And we are green. Yeah, looks like everyone's Yeah, we look good as Waters wide a bit, but he's okay.
Oh, sliding through the corner.
Ooh, yeah. Bruce and King there as well. Bruce all over the back of King here in the stadium. He's going to try and get a good run out of the final
We got a
corner.
yellow
We got
flag.
a yellow
Maris
flag.
has
Maris.
crashed. There'll be no safety car. We've had them all
Ooh.
now. No more safety cars for the rest of the race. Sorry, I've still got the weather showing, but at 5 minutes until dry, apparently. So it could
Ooh,
dry up
very
before the end of the race
interesting.
here. But we got positions
It
all
could.
over the place.
Yeah.
Water looking for a move on Faz. Contact from behind, I think. Was that behind? I can't really tell. No, no one behind him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It looked like he got hit
Oh.
from behind. It was weird.
Yeah, it was a weird one. Bruce there on King as well, getting down the inside of him. King is all over the place here. Sir Spud is going to try and make the move. Look at Sir Spud. He's into 5th now, I think. Just about. Oh, bit of contact.
Outside the line. Down the inside goes King. Gonna run way
Wow.
too deep off the track. Keeping the position by definitely going off track there. That's not allowed, but that will allow JPH optionistic double move. Potentially. King off again.
Oh, yeah. King is just all over the shop here. JPH making the most of that as well, getting past the two of them. Sir Spud is going to be fuming here. He's still behind the Mercedes. He had a great, he made a great move, but then, yeah.
Oh, Spud's in the wall!
Into the wall, yeah.
Big crash for Spud on board with that one, but like I said earlier, no more safety cars. They're all done. The rain has stopped, Joel. The rain has stopped.
Look at that. Wow, we're going to get dries. We are going to go back to dry at some point soon.
Definitely going to go on to dries. We're not going to stay on wet running for all that long. Two McLarens next to one another, back to Boren Street.
Yeah, here we go.
Maybe I speak too soon. Bruce is going to do the honourable thing whilst there's no battle and let his teammate up ahead.
Yeah.
Spud not happy with King. King did make a bit of a dive bomb on Spud. We did see that one on stream. Went completely off the track to take that position, which is not allowed. But interestingly here, Bruce letting JPH, potentially the faster car, been seen as the faster car a couple of times this season. But of course that championship battle was always the more important one.
Yeah, certainly has. But JPH now, he's getting close to Water. Water actually picked up another 3 seconds, so I think that's 9 seconds he has now. So at the moment that would drop him all the way down to 10th. We'll have to wait and see how that shakes out at the end.
Xerox is holding 6 seconds, but it will drop him quite down the field. Backside though, leading the way 2 seconds ahead of Faz, interestingly.
Yeah, Faz not really able to get close there now. Water going wide again.
JPH right on the rear of Water. Is it time for dry tyres? In comes our race leader. Second place Faz decides to stay out. In comes Water. No more deciding to pit. Side by side, Lion and Xerox. Are they going to come in the pits? Lion will come in. Xerox will come in right behind him. Interesting. Some of the drivers deciding to stay out then.
Yeah. Couple of drivers there taking the risk backside from the lead. Yeah, big risk there. He's gonna we'll have to wait and see how he gets on. Water as well. Ironically, or maybe unironically, struggling a bit in the wet conditions.
3 seconds for Xerox. He was going slow. Not too sure what happened there. He's on the start-finish straight. Important to note for... Oh wait, no. Blackside went in for softs actually. Never mind, ignore me. I was going to say only Water ahead of him pitted. Well, around him pitted, but Blackside did pit as well. So let's keep an eye on Faz and see where he's going to come out. We got Mikey right on the rear of Bruce. Track's definitely looking nice and drier now.
Yeah, it's dried up. There's a little bit of spray still coming off the cars, but it certainly has dried up, and those softs look like they seem to be working pretty nicely, I think. Certainly Blackside anyway,
standstill in the stadium section for Faz. He's got to pit here, surely. And he does come. JPH staying out. Bruce staying out.
The two McLarens
Mikey staying out. King staying out. I'm not sure that's the right decision here. Racer Master. Let's see what he decides to do. Surely in he comes. No, he's going to stay out as well. DRS has not been enabled yet. However, the car's looking like they're struggling in the inters. Let's see then. Black Side is going to come out ahead of Faz, no doubt. But how far ahead will he come out? Oh, it's going to be tight actually.
Only just.
He will come out ahead.
Only just. Wow.
Looked like that was sort of the latest he could have pitted was that lap. So all those still out on inters are probably going to feel the cost of it.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's actually worked out pretty nicely for Faz. He's now right on the back of Black Side. Maybe the two McLarens and Mikey, maybe they're going to try and...
Go to the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult. You can see there, Bruce. I'm not sure if you're on board with any of them, but they are struggling, really. Yeah, I think they're going to have to come in here.
There's a massive disconnecting yet again.
Yeah, he's having awful issues here. He's up in the top 5, but...
DRS enabled. That means it's definitely dry enough for those dry tyres. But what is JPH going to decide to do? Is he going to bite the bullet and pit?
I think he's going to... He is. Comes. Yeah, he is.
A bit of a cut of the pit lane there. Mikey in.
Mikey in. Everyone in.
Okay, again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going to have worked out too well for them now. See where they file back out once they come out of the pits.
Racing Master staying out on the inters.
I'm not sure if that is him or if it's his AI though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Out comes JPH, not far behind.
Wow, he's actually, yeah, he's close, isn't he?
He's not lost much actually by staying out.
He hasn't, but Bruce has. He's down in 8th.
Inside. Racing Master overtaken by Faz. Not too sure if Racing Master's actually driving that car or not. I have no idea. Faz though up into P2. JPH getting him as well. JPH then on those podium positions. Bruce down in P7, our championship leader. Blackside a second and a half ahead of Faz.
Yeah, JBH looks like he could be pretty dangerous here. I think Blackside is going to need to pull away as fast and as far as he can because JBH, he does look quick here. He's all over the back of the Red Bull ahead of him. Mikey as well, making the move on Racing Master. Yeah, he's got that done there. Racing Master still out on the inters.
Yeah, interesting decision. Like you said, probably it was his AI decided not to pit.
Yeah, it was. Bruce, I think he is back, though. I think
Bruce, yeah, ahead of Racing Master. But JPH thinking of a move on Faz into turn 1. He's gonna. Oh, we thought about sending that. Ran Faz a little bit wide. Bit of
we've got a spin. We've got
Yellow
a spin. Water spinning on the racing line. I think it was Mikey. Oh, Bruce and Mikey there getting a bit mixed up.
Contact all around.
It looks like Bruce got an illegal overtake on someone. I think.
It does look that way. See anyone got any damage from that?
I definitely.
Other than King overheating his brakes. Mikey does have front wing damage.
Yeah. I think it was Mikey who actually ran into water as water was spun on the apex of the corner.
Front right end plate missing then off Mikey's car. Not ideal for himself. Bruce gaining a couple of positions out of that. Whilst he did get a little bit tangled in the incidents, it did gain him a couple of positions. Helping him to secure that championship. JPH did get ahead of Faz as well whilst we were watching the drama unfold. Yeah,
he did. He's going to want to chase after the Mercedes ahead of him. I think he could do it here, to be honest. He's looking pretty quick. Does need to find about half a second to get that DRS. Racing Master is into the pits finally as he gained back control of his car.
You have 1.5 seconds then for JPH to catch. He's got 3 laps left to do it. And Racing Master is gone again.
Yeah, a lot of issues there for the Haas driver. But Jordan or JPH is certainly gaining here on black side. He might even get DRS here out of the S section onto the straight here. I don't think he will, does he? Yeah, he does. So he'll definitely be close enough, maybe to go for a move into turn 1 even, or maybe on the next lap. As King lets Bruce by.
Oh, yellow flag.
Oh,
Nanchigash out
yeah.
at the back of the field. Again, no safety cars for that one.
Another mistake into the same corner. I think that's maybe the 3rd driver, I think, to do that. We saw Istakat at the very start of the race, and we saw Sir Spud as well into the wall. I'm not sure exactly what's happened there with him. But
No,
we will go
there
back
we go,
to the front of
Rens.
the field.
Half the field out now.
Yeah.
One of those short and dry racing. JPH thinking of making a move then to the outside. Like said by Ivan, he was later in the pit, so has the fresher soft tyres. A little bit of contact, but nothing wrong there. Mercedes will run a tad bit wide here. We'll get a 3-second time penalty for that. And that will be then race over for Blackside.
Yeah, he's going to have to hope that Faz and JPH pick up a penalty, but yeah, it's doesn't look great now for him. He just needs to, I suppose, regather himself. He's still on for a podium, I suppose, as King picks up penalty as well.
Yeah, 3 seconds for King. Gonna cost him a position as well. Maybe even 2. 1 on line, agreed. No, just the 1. JPH then 8 attempts down the road.
Yeah, he's able to stretch his legs now ahead of the pack. Faz there, or Sens, or whatever we want to call him, he's not really close enough as old
down goes
Blackside.
JPH not really defending that one.
No, he needs to play smart here. Blackside coming from a long way back as well, using up the ERS, and he has DRS here as well, so he'll be able to keep the McLaren behind, but I don't think it'll be enough really. The Red Bull down the inside, still side by side. Don't want to make contact, don't want to lose too much time here, but they're still side by side.
It's going to be JPH staying ahead then. But that's cost them both some time, much to the delight of Blackside, but they're racing hard because this is technically 4P1.
Yeah, it is. This is for the win. We've seen Faz, he's been up there near the front for a lot.
That's way too far back.
No, that wasn't the right thing to do there from the Red Bull driver.
Avoided contact though, so we're okay. But did send it from a bit too far back. Doesn't matter though. No contact, no issues. He is desperate to make that move. Final lap then. He probably should have waited for the DRS straight down here, because this would have been a far easier place to make a move. To the delight of JPH, he might be able to hold on to P2 then after that. Although, the sense is looking fast. Really fast down here. Side by side then into turn 1. Can't quite make the move, being probably a little bit more wary after that slight mistake out of the last DRS zone, but JPH will stay ahead in second place. Well, for now, only half a second here. If Faz can keep him slower, and Blackside could still steal the victory here with a 3-second penalty.
He certainly could. This is going to be so close. Blackside must be absolutely... Oh, he must be loving this at the minute, just watching the gap get growing and growing, but still got half a second, so he needs to keep going. He wants these guys to fight even more. I think Faz, if he goes for the move here, it could cost him the win, or it could...
He's going to go for it side by side, then round the outside. He's going to make the move stick. Bit of contact between the two drivers, and round goes Sens.
Oh
Blackside
no.
will win the race then.
He's won. Blackside has won after all. It's only going to be for second place. They will still be on the podium, but JPH manages to hold on. Oh, that was intense.
Interesting end. It looked like Faz maybe didn't give JPH a car's width on the outside, then JPH kept his nose in when maybe he probably should have backed out. I'm not too sure. It'd be interesting to see that one back, but that means Blackside. Sorry for not going forwards to you, but we were watching what was going on behind. Blackside will win the race. JPH P2 then staying ahead of Faz, but that will be pending the steward's investigation. I'm not too sure who's at fault for that one. And Bruce then P4 and taking the championship in that McLaren, and I think the McLaren's Drivers' Championship's wrapped up as well. I'm not 100% sure, well, I'm pretty sure it is, with Nitro
Yeah.
DNFing. So congratulations then to the McLaren boys, wrapping up another season.
Yeah, another one for the boys there. They are inevitable here in Tier 3, but oh, what an ending there to the race. Had a lot going on. We didn't know who was going to win, but in the end, Blackside just takes it there thanks to Faz and JPH having a monstrous battle there into the final couple of corners.
Running through the standings then, Joe, for the second to last race of the season.
Yeah, so here are the provisional results for the Mexico City Grand Prix. We have Blackside taking the win. Great result for him, of course, in the Mercedes. Then we have JPH in the McLaren, wrapping up that constructors title for the McLaren team, and Sens on the final place on the podium and getting fastest lap as well. That's an extra point for him. And then Bruce, our championship winner, taking that win today after getting his 4th place and the constructors title as well. So 2 trophies to take home for Bruce. Then we have Mikey in 5th, King in the other Mercedes in 6th, so a good result for Mercedes. Then we have the Williams of Lionel Greasby as well, a good result for him. In 7th, Water, Racing Master and Xerox getting a couple of points there as well in 10th. And then we had Nitrogas crash out there near the end. And then we had Sir Spud in the Ferrari as well. Maras, Jack, Dino Pops, Giovi, and It's the Cat. All not being able to finish the race, but what a race that was.
Yeah, action-packed to say the least.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the drivers in for some interviews. Maybe Bruce as well, our championship winner as well. Maybe we could get a few thoughts from him as well.
See if we can get the drivers in then. Just getting the drivers in then. We've got Blackside in.
Yeah, we've got Faz in there as well. So
then.
just yeah.
Five safety cars, Ivan. The maximum that can come out. That includes safety cars and VSCs. knew there'd be no more safety cars. 5 is the max that can come out. It said it was it four safety cars and 1 VSC tonight.
We saw a lot of action, a lot of running under safety car as well. As we've got Bruce in as well, our championship winner. I think we're just waiting on JPH now.
Just JPH, obviously finished P2. That safety cars includes VSCs and safety cars, and also if we have a VSC that changes to a safety car, that counts as 2 as well. Just waiting then for JPH. Whilst we wait for JPH, we will go to our race winner, Blackside. It looks like you were going to take the win until you picked up yourself a 3-second time penalty, but it didn't matter in the end, and it was a race win for yourself. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was just incredible. I had bad qualifying, 7th was not very good, and I nailed the strategy. I pitted at the right time for the inters and then for the soft. The 3-second penalty was unfortunate. I was really angry and thought it was over. I was going to be 3rd or 4th, but guys behind me started fighting and made mistake in the last few corners. So when I saw the gap starting to increase to around 5 seconds, I just was incredibly happy that I made it to the 1st place, and it was unexpected win.
Yeah, congratulations. We didn't think going into this one that you were going to be on that top step, but a few people were definitely happy to see you win tonight. Congratulations for that. The rain came out in the middle of the race and then it dried up again. What were your thoughts about that? Were you stuck in a rock and a hard place on whether to pit or not, or did you have your plan out ahead of you ready to go?
So I was just spamming my race engineer about the weather. So when the crossover point came, I instantly went to the pits, and it all went good for me, and I nailed the pit stop. The inters were under safety car. I was able to change my front wing because it was damaged, and then to the soft, it came well together. Yeah.
Yeah, always good when it comes out, fortunately, but brave of you to trust your racing engineer to tell you what tyres to pick, because in the past, Mark's talked a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, of course, but I have very good experience with, not experience, good, don't know the word, but yeah, most of the times when I spam the engineer and when he tells me it's the crossover point, it's the right time to pit for the tires.
Well, congratulations on a race win then tonight. Any questions, Joe?
Not really. I mean, congratulations again. I'm sure you were kind of a little bit frustrated, I'd imagine, after picking up that penalty, but no, you managed to pull away from the guys, of course. A little bit of luck as well, but I think well deserved, and just congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, and congrats to Bruce to his World Championship.
Yes, we will get to Bruce, but first we will go to his teammate Jordan. P2, looking like it could have been a race win at one point, but second, nothing to complain about after you were a bit further down the pack at one point.
Yeah, I mean, my setup was definitely more towards the corners around the circuit, so obviously the race start was a little bit hard and ended up getting a bit boxed in, so a little bit of a fight, but with the wet weather inbound, it I kind of knew it was going to kind of swing back around near the end, so it was just a case of being on that right side at the right time, and I think I managed to just about do that, and it was unfortunate that we didn't quite get Blackside there. But sometimes the racing comes quite hard, and at the end of the day, me and Sens were still fighting for what we were thinking was going to be a potential win. So you still have to have that sort of small battle on the circuit.
Yeah, we were saying that whilst you were second and third, that battle was for, well, at the time the race wins, so no one was going to give it up too easily. P2 though, we did notice that some team orders were in place at McLaren, and Bruce did let somebody through. I did say boring on McLaren, and then through he went.
Yeah, no, it was. To be honest, it wasn't even sort of team orders at that point in the race. I just had I had quite a lot more pace than Bruce, and it made sense. And we've done it before where we've kind of swapped positions, and kind of I've led, and we've started catching the guys ahead. So it's just a case at that point in time, it was the kind of like the smart decision, and possibly we could have brought Bruce along as well. I maybe got him closer to the fronts, which would have been even better for him. But obviously now drivers is sealed. I got the strange feeling we might now have done the constructors as well. So it's quite nice to go into Brazil now, and we can kind of like have a bit more fun with it, and maybe just decide, even though we're in McLarens, we might race a little bit more for the last race. But no, it was there's basic teamwork in F1, and without it, we've done it for so many seasons, and it's what's probably brought us the constructors that we have got, is just being a little bit smart with each other, and not destroying each other's races in the process.
Yeah, Drivers' Championship definitely sealed off. I'm not 100% sure about constructors, but I did say I think it's probably done, if not very, very close. So does that mean it's going to be gloves off at Brazil?
I think we're not going to be tooth and nail to the point we might take each other out. But I think
one glove on, one glove off.
We probably won't be just sliding, letting someone by unless that pace difference is significant. Put it that way. If there's a very significant pace difference, it might be a slightly different story. But because ultimately we still want to win, and try and get another win on the board. I think we've only had one as a team this season. The rest of our podiums have been seconds and thirds. So we still want to try and win the race. But I think if we're kind of equal pace, we probably won't be just going like gentlemanly open the door.
Maybe extra practice down for the two McLaren boys for next week, which will be the final race, Brazil. But on to then third place, Sens or Faz, I don't know which you prefer being called. I see one name, Joel sees the other. Third place, how are you feeling today? You were leading the race at one point, and it looked like you could have walked away with it, but those safety cars kept dragging you back.
Yeah, that safety car made me a lot frustrated, because and every time I started creating some gaps for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, then or the VSC or the safety car went out. And after that, in the middle of the race, I think I lost it in the middle of the sector 2 for the rain. Maybe too much gas in that corners. And very sorry with Bruce for the contact that we had in turn 1 and turn 2. Chiedo scusa anche a Giovanni. And just in the end, I particularly thought that with the DRS I was going to have that second position, but I don't know why, just JPH pushed a little bit too much in the stadium corner, and then I rotated the car. But it happens. These are fights in F1, so
Yeah.
we'll keep going. And I'm not seeing it in Brazil, because I don't know if I will be there or not. But I'm pointing very hard on the next season.
Well, we hope to see you return. Yeah, like you said, a bit of a battle between yourself and JPH. No one wanted to give up that position, which you both probably thought was for a race win. Some hard battling, maybe that one will be settled off track. We did say so in the comms box. Couldn't really see if or who was maybe at fault for that, and I'm not going to speculate too much. Leave that one to the stewarding. But third place, whilst it could have been a race win, that's not too bad a situation, and you can't complain too much about a podium.
Yes, I thought particularly at the 35 lap that I was going to win because I saw that Black Side got the penalty, and JPH and him were fighting a lot, so I was very, very thinking about it. Then I don't know what did in the last corner of the last lap, and then this happens. So,
Yeah, well, a podium
We're going-
nonetheless, and
yeah.
congratulations
accept
to
it.
yourself.
Thank you.
We will then go to the fourth man in the chat today. Usually it's just the top three, but we will see our newly crowned Tier 3 champion, Bruce. How are you feeling after today?
Yeah, all right, mate. To be honest, yeah, not bad. Yeah, no.
Thrilled as ever,
yeah,
I
glad-
see.
Yeah, I'm glad to get it done now because there's always that worry, even with the gap I had to Jack tonight, that I could easily have DNF'd or something, and then it's all go again then for Brazil. But yeah, it's just nice to get it done, and yeah, just relieved really. It seems like the last sort of 3 or 4 races have been more than half the season when it hasn't.
Yeah, definitely a good result for yourself, winning that championship. Of course, your teammate up on the second step of the podium as well after you led him through.
Yeah, I think the plan now really for Brazil, I know Jordan was in a bit of a fight for third place, I think, with Blackside and Daryl. Obviously, Daryl not here tonight, which is a shame. Although I think he's probably enjoying himself more where he is at the moment. But yeah, the plan I think is to try and get JPH up to third in the championship, which will be a good result for him because he had a bit of a steady start to the season. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. And yeah, teamwork. Obviously, you're chatting to Jordan about Brazil. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I expect gloves off racing, and nonetheless.
Yeah, like Jordan said, it's nice now we can go into it and just sort of have fun with it. I mean, tonight I don't think I had the pace to really get the podium. I had to let Mikey back past as he rejoined because it deemed it that I illegally overtook him on the yellows even though he was on the grass. So that sort of ruined any chance of a podium tonight. But yeah, I quite like Brazil, but there's a couple of people I know. Nitro is particularly quick round there, so it would be quite interesting next week. There could be a few names in the mix that aren't normally up there.
Well, congratulations once again for another well, I don't know if it's another driver championship, but I'm pretty sure it's another constructor championship added to the list over the last few seasons. Joel, any questions?
Well, first of all, I think I did the maths. Now, I'm not great at maths, but I did maths, and I think you are confirmed as constructors champions. So that is the double for Bruce as well. So just congratulations again. And
Thanks, mate,
yeah, another championship for the two of you. Obviously, you've been around for a while. I think you're kind of inseparable at this point. Do you not ever get fed up of each other now?
Oh no, we are fed up of each other, but we just put up with it for the name of competition, really, to be honest. So yeah, yeah, it's been good. It's been good in the constructors this season. Obviously, Nitro and Faz in the Red Bulls, and Jack and Mikey and the Astons have been pushing us all season, really. But the last few races, they sort of had a DNF here or there, and unfortunately, yeah, that sort of harmed them. You know, I think. Yeah, pace-wise, I think there wasn't a lot between the 3 teams as a whole, to be honest. But yeah, it's just nice to come back out on top again.
Yeah, no, definitely. Congratulations. It was definitely great to watch throughout the season, and hopefully we'll be back next year. Another close fight, we hope. And yeah, just well done again.
Cheers, mate. I think I might retire. I might do a Nico Rosberg now.
potentially beat your teammate and then calling it quits. Well, another congratulations then to the McLaren boys, and especially Bruce, wrapping up that championship with one race to go. Not a massively dominant performance across the season, but securing as many points as possible, and those seconds and thirds all mattered when it comes to the end of the season. That is all, though, that we will have time for. Tier 2 will be back tomorrow at the same time, 8 PM, around Mexico. Tier 1 following that on the Wednesday, and then Thursday the RP race, before we have our final week of Invictus Racing League before the new game drops. It'll be interesting to see how that will go. Lots of rumours about the new game and how good it's going to perform, but we will wait to see at the nearer the time what it's really going to be like. Thank you for joining me again, Joel. Shame you're a little bit late, but better late than never, of course.
Yeah, exactly. I still got to see a fair share of action anyway, so...
Yeah, all the action was in the race anyway, so it didn't matter too much, but thank you for joining me, and that will be all we've got time for then, guys, and I will catch you all later for the final race of the season next Monday at 8 PM UK time.